What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
You know why I'm here.
That baby looks nothing like me. Bye. Bye. That baby looks nothing like me. That's Charles Barkley baby. That's Offset's baby. That's K Suave's baby. That's the nigga from down the street baby. Come on, cuz. Don't nobody know who baby that is. Oh, that's why. Like, what the fuck? Scientifically proven. That's not my child. Get out of here. Skedaddle. I can't come around here no more. You gotta skedaddle, y'all. Skedaddle. That's not my baby. That's Chrisean. That's Chrisean Jr. That's not my child. Get out of here. Skedaddle. Bye.
After all of the public arguments, the messy back and forth, and the never-ending roller coaster with Blueface, Chrisean Rock has officially moved on, found a new partner, and to be honest, seems much more focused on her work these days. It's as if she finally declared, "I'm done." However, Blueface is obviously not handling it well. Instead of displaying any sort of development or maturity, he has returned to his finest activity, which is posting slick, small remarks all the time that subtly criticize Tan's new relationship and attempt to portray himself as the victim, as though he hadn't publicly humiliated her for months. His continued engagement to Jay and Alexis adds to the chaos, or at the very least acting as though everything is fine with her, but he still finds time to obsess over Texan's next move. It seems as though he can't bear the thought of her moving on and being unbothered without him. Let's talk about how Chris found a new vibe and how Blueface is acting like it's 2022 now.
I'm so sure I didn't go home because I just really couldn't. Like, I just went to sleep after I threw up. Blue calls me this morning and he's like, what did he say? Obviously, y'all see how I be on, like, locked down. Don't go nowhere. You feel me? I don't go nowhere. It's annoying sometimes. So, like, when I do go out, I do be, like, wanting to just cut loose and just be myself. You feel me? So when I did that yesterday, he like, well, so you went out and you didn't go home. And I'm just like, babe, and I did go home. I went to where my son was at.
Chris is falling for Titan Newton, a new guy who isn't just any clout-seeking rapper or clout chaser trying to make a name for himself. Titan is a legitimate college athlete and hooper who has been concentrating on his basketball career. He's known for maintaining a low profile, sticking to sports school, and avoiding messy online drama. After spending years with Blueface, who seemed to live for attention, Chrisean Rock is experiencing a completely different energy. She is finally connecting with someone who isn't ravenous for publicity. Fans first noticed Chris and Titan cuddling at a coffee shop a few weeks ago. They were spotted on a double date, acting like a typical couple. No big entourage, no need for bodyguards, no staged paparazzi shots. And to be honest, people were excited about it, especially after everything Chrisean had been through in public. She even went live for a short while without showing Titan on camera, but enough that it was obvious she wasn't hiding him and that she was happier. She was laughing and smiling more. Chrisean Rock out here feeling genuine vibes, and there's none of the stressed-out atmosphere we were used to when she was with Blueface. When the brief videos of Croissant and Titan going about revealed that Blueface was in love, he wasted no time in telling the world. Blueface unfollowed Croissant on Instagram, but not before continuing to monitor Croissant even though he is imprisoned. After all the cheating, disrespect, and public humiliation he caused her, it's evident that he believed he would always have a hold on her. Reports began to surface that he has been using burner phones behind bars to keep up with the internet streets and specifically Croissant's every move. Sources close to the situation say he has been irritated and jealous about seeing Christian smile and move on with someone else. Blueface is trying to act unconcerned in public, but behind the scenes, he's definitely pressed. Just when you thought the drama was limited to social media, the family steps in, and trust me, you're not prepared for this twist. Blueface's mom is here, and nobody expected her to react the way she did. I thought she would be stuck chasing after him no matter what. But seeing her post up with someone new obviously touched a nerve.
I would never put my lips, my tongue, my lips, none of that, in no another baby's mouth. Like, what were you expecting to gain from that? I have no idea. but their necks are nice and crispy and their faces are full and you can kiss their ears, and anything but their mouth is just pure disgusting to me.
It was expected that Carissa would criticize or remain silent when news broke about Croc's new relationship with Titan, but she celebrated it instead. If you know the history, you know that Carissa and Chrisean have had a serious beef over the years, with full-on physical fights, foul language, and an all-out war between them. Carissa. She wrote a post expressing her support for Crowan's new relationship and expressing her happiness at seeing Chrisean move on and find peace. She even went so far as to say, "Tran deserves to be happy and treated right." That astounded everyone, since Carissa's decision to return to Tian after everything they had endured showed simply how awful things must have been with Blueface. It's almost as if she's stating without explicitly saying that Blueface wasn't good for her, and perhaps never was. Some people even believe Kylas's cosign is more about making subtle jabs at Sun, who has been obviously suffering for some time, than it is about her love for Chrisean. The internet went crazy over it, which only made Blueface appear worse. But wait, while some people celebrate Chrisean with champagne and others refer to her as their new relationship. Cap, let's discuss the theories of the streets.
So then we're on the phone and he keeps talking about, so why didn't you go home? I told him why. He's like, well, he kept trying to argue with me, and I was just like, bro, fuck you, bro. What are you arguing with me for? I went outside. Well, bro, I'm not cheating on you, not like that, but we're grown. If you outside, when he used to go outside, cool. When I used to do my little dirt, cool. It wasn't cool, right?
Internet was full of opinions when Sion and Titan went viral. On the one hand, fans were praising her, saying that was the happiest and most serene time they had ever seen her. They were also discussing how Titan's energy felt very different from Blueface's toxic roller coaster. This is Chrisean choosing herself and starting a new chapter in her life. Someone wrote, "Chrisean smiling. Without the chaos surrounding her, preserve this peace at all costs." However, there are many who are skeptical and don't believe the fairy tale at all. Many people believe that this relationship is merely a rebound and possibly even a small act of retaliation, but they believe the timing is just a bit too ideal. Blueface is locked up, and then a new man appears. They see him smiling on Instagram, live, and on coffee dates. They believe he is Tristan. Don't jump into another relationship just to flex. Focus on you and your baby, maybe a bit too quick. Perhaps an attempt to convince Blueface rather than truly mending someone. Indeed, Chrisean has a history of accelerating relationships. Just think of how rapidly things with Blueface went. From meeting him at his Blue Girls Club auditions to being his ride or die in a matter of weeks. Was constantly going full speed. So while some people are sincerely cheering for her, others are keeping a close eye on her, wondering if this new love story is meant to last or if it's just another chapter in her tendency to jump from chaos to chaos. Before we make Titan and Chrisean the next couple, there are a ton of old receipts that we need to go through.
I hung up on him and I was just I didn't care what he wanted to say, and it was only because I'm just frustrated as a mom right now. Look, I put myself through a lot of things in this relationship. I sacrificed a lot. My identity, pretty much. Everything. So it's all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm not willing to redo the same shit. You feel me? Cool. I get where you're arguing with me about and all this other stuff, but you really have to just trust that I'm not doing nothing. You feel me? And if you don't trust me, then that's a personal problem. That's something that we can't really,
In order to comprehend why everyone is so wary of Chrisean's recent connection, you must first examine the story she endured with Blueface, which began with Blue Girls Club, the bizarre reality show that Blueface hosted from his home. Cheyenne was one of the most noticeable girls, almost primarily due to her intense enthusiasm and devotion to him. However, their situationship quickly became tumultuous, with physical altercations occurring not only between Chrisean and Blueface, but his mother's and sister's hands were flung between Chrisean and his entire family. And it was unpleasant on social media before the crazy public episodes. Following Chrisean's arrest for stealing Blueface's car and the drunken altercations captured on tape, the mayhem spread to Zeus Network's reality show, where each episode was essentially a fresh round of drama, heartache, and violence. And then there was the pregnancy story. When Chrisean revealed her pregnancy, Blueface started publicly denying paternity, demanding DNA tests, and embarrassing her online right away. Their toxic pattern continued to play out, with brief periods of calm interspersed with massive blow-ups, for show in Blueface's own run-ins with the law and jail time. After years of a turbulent past, many people are doubtful that Chrisean can simply turn off the switch and move on without incident, even with someone with such a filthy past as Titan. People are wondering if this new beginning will last, which is understandable, but there is more drama going on behind the scenes. Crochet herself alluded to the fact that Blueface has been using devious tactics behind the scenes to ruin her new connection with Titan. Whether it's sending messages disparaging common friends, or even attempting to fabricate stories online, to harm her reputation, the word is that he's doing all in his power to remain involved. In fact, whenever Crotch has attempted to put herself out of the spotlight in the past, whether it was by posting that she was done, finding new friends, or taking advantage of new opportunities, Blueface has managed to drag her back into the drama. This pattern of spiraling when she tries to move on is typical of Blueface's behavior at this point. It seems as though he can't bear the thought of Chrisean being content without him, even if he wasn't treating her fairly in the first place. Parenting hasn't been much better since the beginning, with drama surrounding the baby's paternity. Blueface repeatedly denied the baby was his, dragging Chrisean through social media storms and making her defend herself and her child against the world's judgment. Even after the DNA confirmed Blueface was the father, things didn't magically stop the back-and-forth energy. The subtweets, the sloppy interviews. All of this has made it extremely difficult for Crotch to have a fresh start. Every time she tries to concentrate on life, she is reminded that co-parenting with someone like Blueface is a full-time job in and of itself. And let's face it, moving on is difficult enough. Trying to maintain your peace while raising a child with someone who seems to thrive on chaos is the challenge at the moment. The biggest question is whether they can put their drama aside. The real question now is whether the time when Chrisean ends the cycle permanently, or if we are just witnessing the calm before the next storm. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. I hope to see you in the next video. For now, we need to set aside enough time to do what is best for their son.